Whoa! 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 That was so good. My phone literally flew off because it couldn't handle the energy of that introduction. It's so funny. Everyone, this is going to be a really powerful Facebook Live. I'm going to share with you 4 things that you can focus on, that if you do these 4 things, will make sure you have the best year of your whole entire life. And I think with the magic of Facebook Live, I can make a basketball spin on my finger. Gone. So I'm super excited. I'm fired up. This year has been the best year of my whole entire life. And there is no way that next year, the only possible outcome for next year is that it's going to be even better. And I know that's a big thing to say because, of course, who can predict what's going to happen? But I know whatever shows up next year, I am in the perfect place to deal with it. And this is something every single one of you can figure out. This year has been one of the most challenging years of my life. I have had massive highs. I've had super low lows, everything in between. But even when you're in the low, if you have done these 4 things, it won't affect you in the same way. And you'll still be able to spin the basketball. Cool, right? Hey, Dave, nice to see you, bro. So I want to get you excited. Let me know how your year has been and let me know what your intentions are for the year. What are you going to do? How are you going to see this year through? What do you want to feel? What do you want to experience? What kind of person are you going to become? Now, 4 things. I'm going to get straight stuck into these. So these are 4 things that I teach on my spiritual mentorship program, but I'm going to tell you what they are. So get a notepad, get a pen. You want to write these down. This is going to be intense. By the way, as well, I just want to say, I'm going to share with you my truth. I'm going to share with you these things, these 4 things that are in my book as well. And this is just what I believe right now. You don't have to believe the same things. But all I'll say is just try them on. Try them on as a possibility. See how it feels for you. And if it resonates, keep it. And if it doesn't, then maybe it's just not for you right now. Everyone's in a different part of their journey. And that is really, really beautiful. So these 4 things. Once you've got these 4 areas mastered, everything will change for you. For me, if you looked at me 3 years ago or even 4 years ago, you probably wouldn't recognize me. Well, firstly, this profile didn't exist at that time, so none of you on this were part of my previous social media life. I was very focused on success. I was very focused on my career because I had something to prove, and I thought that if I got more promotions, if I got more successful, when I became a director of a company, then I would be able to relax. Then I would have made it. Then I would feel complete. And I want to tell you, that is absolute bullshit. Like that it got to a place where actually, because I'd had so many promotions, because I'd had so much success in my corporate career, I was in a place where it actually became a problem because I knew deep down inside that this wasn't going to fill the hole that was inside me. This wasn't going to give me lasting satisfaction because I had the nice house, I had the nice car, I had an amazing girlfriend, I had cats, I had everything that you were supposed to want, but I was still inside just feeling very unhappy. And I know a lot of you watching this might be feeling some of those things right now. And you might be thinking, yeah, but when I get more money, then I'll be happy. When I get the next promotion, then I'll be happy. It's way more simple than that. You just need these 4 things, okay? First thing, write this down. Oh, first thing you want to do. This year, you need to focus on these 4 things. First thing, focus on your physical health. Focus on your physical energy. This is the first key, because if you don't have energy, it's really hard to manifest your dreams. If you don't have energy, you're going to wake up in the morning feeling tired, not being motivated. And this is something you can shift very, very easily. And this is a controversial topic. I'm just going to throw it out there, because if you have been following me for a while, you know I just say what I believe. Most people's physical health is the cause of their mental health issues too. For so many people, if you are not looking after your physical health, everything else around you falls apart too. So you all know what to do, right? You all know you should exercise more, you should eat healthier, you know this, right? You should get good quality sleep. But why don't most people do it? Most people don't do it because they don't want it enough. Because they're comfortable. And if you're comfortable, you usually stay there. And one of my great friends, he was in a relationship and he was comfortable for a long time. And he didn't push himself in his business. He didn't push himself in his life because everything was just okay. But then 4 years later, he finds himself in a situation where okay is not good enough anymore. And he realized he's now wasted 4 years of being comfortable, instead of really pushing himself and going after what he wanted, because he's the kind of person who needs that tension, he needs that stress to be motivated. Whereas for me, I'm the total opposite. I love pleasure. I don't like being stressed. I'm motivated really well when I can relax. So you need to figure out, how can you get your energy in the right place? So really simple tips. My favorite food in the whole world used to be steak and beer. That was what I would eat. That was what I would drink. Now, I can't believe that that's what I used to do. Now, I'll mainly only eat organic foods. Organic foods is the way forward. There's no pesticides, or there's a lot less chemicals, preservatives, all this kind of stuff. You don't know what this does to your body. Like, your body can't function properly when it's got all these poisons inside it. So eat organic foods, really simple thing. All you have to do when you go to the supermarket, just choose the ones that say organic. Or even better, if you can go to a market, go to a proper farmer's market or something, even better. Drink the best quality water that you can get. And don't drink tap water. Tap water is not made for humans. Tap water is so heavily treated with chemicals. That stuff is not good for you. It really lowers your energy, and it also takes a lot of energy from your body to process that stuff because it's constantly being poisoned. So make sure you drink the best quality water that you can. Sleep, get a good sleep. Rest. I have some friends who don't rest. It's crazy. If you look after your physical health, these are the 3 areas that are really going to be so much easier. Second area, your mental health. You need to look after your mental energy. You need to make sure you have a clear mind. You need to make sure you are the master of your mind instead of your mind being your master. You need to make sure that you are running the shots, because most people's ego is running their lives. And if your ego is running your life, then you're going to end up in a really tricky situation where you're doing things that aren't really true for you. You're doing things that don't make you happy. Dave says, loving the meat-free life. Amazing, bro. And Mary says, evening, Luke. We've had a fantastic year since joining the elite. It's a big thanks to a certain young man for my very deep coaching session that I am the way I am now. Yeah, Mary, loved our coaching session, and so glad you have gone out and just smashing it and having great results. You know, the ripple effects of these things that we do, they go on forever. You never know. Everyone you touch now, every person you help, I know I've been a part of that journey, and that's why it's so beautiful being a coach, right? So, your mental energy. A big part of this is your environment. Are you around people that build you up? Are you around positive energies? Are you around, do you have a good support system that can help you when you're having a tough time, when you are in your ego, when maybe you're not in your power, when you're stuck in the mind traps? When you have that support environment around you, everything changes. So maybe for this year,
you could have one of your intentions is to go and find people that are the same as you, that are aspirational, that want what the same things you want, that are building towards the same kind of vision. Let me know, by the way, if you could use some more friends, and maybe we can do a little connection service thing going on here. And the way I did this when I moved to London 3 years ago, I didn't know hardly anybody. I started going to events. I would go to events that resonated with me. So it would be personal development, it would be spirituality, it would be public speaking. I loved going to public speaking events. This is where I found my tribe. This is where I found people who were on a similar path to me. And everything gets so much more fun when you can do it with other people. And I always say that together we can do anything. And you know, if you want to be a part of our gang and you want to come hang out at our events, please do. If you have any kind of collaboration in mind or anything, let me know. Would love to talk to you about that. I'm always looking for more great people. And for those of you who are more spiritually inclined, I believe we have our soul families. I believe we have our soul clusters, our soul tribe. And you know these people when you see them. You resonate something crazy with them. It feels effortless. You know, it's just so beautiful to be around your soul family. So maybe you want to make that a part of what you do this year, to quiet your mind, meditate more, and find this great supportive environment. Third thing, let me know if this is useful, by the way. Let me know how you're doing with your physical energy, your mental energy. Oh, can do it on my thumb. Oh. Nope, only with the finger. Let me know how you're doing with your physical energy. Let me know how you're doing with your mental energy. And if you want to make any public declarations, that could be cool too. Maybe you want to comment here and we can hold you accountable to what you want to do in the next year. Hey Lynette, amazing. Love Lynette. Everyone connect with Lynette. She is an up-and-coming incredible speaker. She is all about understanding your inner power and unleashing it. So yeah, love a bit of Lynette. Third thing then, so your physical energy, your mental energy, when those two are in place, you've got pretty solid foundations. But the third thing you need to really spend some time to master this year is your emotional energy. Understand your emotions. Most people have no idea how to use their emotions. Most people are on this emotional roller coaster where they're just at the mercy of their emotions, and that is not the best way. That is the way for you to really experience stress and struggle in your life, because your emotions are beautiful. Your emotions are here for a reason. They are your guidance system. Your emotions show you when you're on the path. They show when you're on the right path, when you're in alignment with your soul on your soul's journey, you feel great. When you come off the path, you just start to feel those lower vibration emotions. You start to feel fear and doubts and worries and guilt and shame. And by the way, those feelings are amazing because they are your guides. They can guide you to what you need to release to get to your next level. So embrace them, but you don't want to spend too long in them. Well, maybe you do if you're into that, but for me, I like nice things, right? So I like to feel my emotions fully when they come up and understand what the message is that they're here to teach me. And once you get the message, they shift. If you take the aligned action, if you take the right steps to get back onto the path. Does that make sense? Mary says this is brilliant. Diaz says very useful. Awesome. Okay, good. I'm going to keep talking then. So your emotions. For me, this was an area I just had no education around. I didn't understand anything about emotional intelligence. It was very much a case of, if you show emotions, that is weakness. And so I would keep my emotions to myself. I would store them up, and I would hardly let anybody, even my closest friends, see the real me unless I was drunk or off my face on something. And that's why it comes out, right? But that's why it comes out so explosively, because we've been pushing them down so long. We've been suppressing them down. And then as soon as we get some beer in us or something, we just bursts out. which obviously isn't a healthy way to deal with it. So this year, maybe you want to focus on how can you get a handle on your emotions. And everything for me comes down to education. Understand what your emotions are. Watch my videos. I've got loads of videos you can check out on my YouTube channel. You can see them all on my Facebook as well. So many videos where I talk about emotions. I did an event about this just a month ago with Marie Diamond. We did a whole event about emotions. So maybe you want to spend some time learning about that stuff. And if you do want to learn more about your emotions, by the way, or your physical or your mental, just comment below, let me know, and I can send you some links to the videos and stuff that can really help you. You see, once you understand how your emotions work, you're not at their mercy anymore. You're not a victim. Now you're empowered. And you're still going to feel the full spectrum of emotions because that's just how we are. I actually study this really cool system called human design, which is kind of like astrology but on steroids. And it says there's two types of people on the planet. You have emotional types and non-emotional types. And it's about 50-50, which is which. So I'm a non-emotional type. And what that means is I'm usually very balanced. I still feel really high highs and I still feel really low lows, but I come back to balance quite quickly. An emotional type is on a constant roller coaster. It's this cycle. It's they're really high, everything's amazing, then they're really low, everything's awful. Really high, my life's the best, I love life, so good, rose-colored glasses. Really low, everything's a mess, total shit, can't stand anyone, just want to be by myself. And so neither's good or bad or right or wrong, they're just different, and then they come back to balance. So if you are that type where your emotions are just constantly like this, just understand that that's how you chose to be. Skylar says, yes, please. Okay, great. I'll send you some links. That's just how you chose to be. I believe you have to take responsibility for everything in your life. You chose this. You are choosing this right now, how you show up, how you react. On a soul level, if you're into that, I believe our souls, they're not bound by time in the same way that we are. Time doesn't really exist. And so your soul knows everything that's going on. It knows every possible outcome. And it's guiding you to the highest, most loving outcome all the time if you listen. And the way it guides you is with your emotions. You have to learn to listen to the whispers. You have to learn to quiet yourself. And you have to trust when you feel the emotions to follow them. It's kind of like a trail of breadcrumbs, and you never know where it's going to lead. But when you're in that flow state, everything's magical. So if you're going to invest some time, some energy into something, learn about your emotions. Very, very powerful and totally changed my life. And this is why I know now that no matter what happens this year, I'm solid. Even if I have issues in my business, even if people die, even if whatever happens, friendships break up, whatever it is, I know I'll be able to get back to balance quite quickly because I understand that everything is happening for me. And I understand that if people are coming out of my life, it's for a reason. It's because they're not supposed to be there anymore. And I understand that if I've got challenges, it's because there's a reason behind them. Let me know if this makes sense, by the way, or if you agree with me, or if you have any questions, let me know, comment below. Don't always agree with me, by the way. Challenge me, because that's how you learn, right? When you're challenged. So first thing, physical energy. Second thing, mental. Third thing, emotional. Fourth thing, this is the game changer. And you might not have heard this before, so just get ready, and I hope you're writing these down. Fourth thing is your spiritual energy. Once you can understand how your spiritual energy works, you have access to superpowers. And I literally mean superpowers. I'm talking about psychic abilities. I'm talking about gifts. I'm talking about deep intuition. I'm talking about seeing visions. I'm talking about understanding how to tap into your different future selves, your multi-dimensional self, and bring this in, how to use your guidance. There are so many beings out here to help you. Some people call them angels. Some people call it God. Some people call it whatever, right? The spirit animal. you have all of this energetic assistance here for you if you learn how to tap into it. And the fastest way to tap into it, and this is what you want to write down, invest some time understanding about DNA activation. Understand how your DNA works. So for those of you who know me, you know I'm a big geek. I love physics, I love quantum mechanics, and DNA is fascinating. I'm going to give you a really short thing you can do to shift it. So this is one of the services I do with my clients, so we can work together one-on-one if you want to shift things. But if you want to do this yourself, go online, look up DNA activations. Now, some scientists say that up to 85% of our DNA is junk DNA, but that's not true. The universe doesn't give you junk. Nothing is junk. Everything has a purpose. And so you just need to activate it. You need to awaken this DNA. And one of the ways you can do that is through your meditations. So you can literally ask to have your DNA activated, and with the intention, imagine it happening. And your brain, your body doesn't know the difference between something you imagine and something that's real. Did you hear that? Your brain and your body doesn't understand the difference between something you imagine and something that is real. Like when you have a really vivid dream, and you wake up and you're like shaking and sweating. It's like it really happened. So when you imagine yourself upgrading, when you imagine your DNA activating, that automatically allows your guides to come in and help you, because we live in a free will universe. So you have to ask for this assistance. So maybe just ask now, just close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out. And just ask whoever or whatever you believe in. Maybe you say, Creator of all that is, please download into me right now and activate my DNA to the highest potential for me at this time. Maybe you say, Highest self, please activate and awaken my DNA to the highest potential for me at this time with ease and grace. Maybe you ask your angels, maybe you say, Angels, please channel through me. Use me as a vessel for my highest good and the highest good of all. Please activate and awaken my DNA and my cells to the highest potential for me at this time. And then just breathe in deeply. And out. As you breathe in, imagine your body filling up with light. As you breathe out, just imagine breathing out anything that no longer serves you. And just set the intention that it's all transmuted into pure unconditional love. And as you breathe in, just imagine this light coming into your DNA, just activating and awakening it. Imagine the light filling up every cell in your body. And as you breathe out, maybe just imagine it coming out as bits of smoke or ash or dust, like these particles just that don't serve you anymore. Just and as you take one more deep breath in, just ask whoever you're guided to, just to make any final adjustments to you on a physical, mental, emotional and spiritual level to bring you into the highest possible vibration for you at this time. When you're ready, just say thank you to whoever or whatever you believe in. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Come back into your body and take a deep breath and open your eyes. Let me know how you found that. That was a very short process I was just guided to do for you. You can do this for an hour. It's fantastic when you do. Think about how you feel right now and then times that by an hour's worth of doing that. It's incredible. And there's lots of skilled energy workers you can work with who can help you to clear and release these blockages and things. But you can do so much by yourself. You don't need anyone else. Everything you need is inside you. You are everything. And this is something I've come to learn on the very deepest level, is we are all connected. Every atom in my body is connected to every atom in yours and every other atom in the entire universe through the quantum web. And when you understand that, you understand we are all one. We're all like waves in the ocean, but we're all still a part of the ocean. The ocean is the consciousness. We're little waves of consciousness. And, you know, we all have our own speeds and heights and purposes, but we're all part of this beautiful ocean of consciousness. And when you realize that, you understand that you are everything, and anything you could possibly need, you just have to choose to activate it. With that awareness, if you are doing those 4 things, if you are looking after your physical body, if you are taking care of yourself, making sure your energy is high, if you have a clear mind, if you are centered, present, if you understand your emotions, you're using your emotions. You know, emotions are energy in motion. If you want to manifest things, you have to get emotional about it, but use your emotions. Don't let your emotions use you. And then spiritually, if you are connected to that larger part of you, if you are connected to that, whatever you believe it is that gives us all life, whatever that is to you, when you are coming from that place, when you are connecting to that on a daily basis, you understand that most of the things happening in your life now are actually really small. And if there is something big happening in your life right now, please reach out. Please ask for help. If it's me, you want to mentor you. If it's someone else, whoever, you don't have to do this on your own. That is separation programming. We are here to smash that out of the park. We don't need to do things on our own anymore. You have so much support out there for you, wherever you're at in your journey. And this is what I love to do. I love to guide people. I love to help people find their purpose, find their passion, and teach them how to express themselves. That's why I have my public speaking academy, to teach you all how to be great speakers. That's why I do my spiritual mentorships, to teach you all how to be connected. That's why we run our events about conscious sexuality, because I want you all to have incredible, amazing, loving, conscious sex. I want you all to have orgasmic lives. I want you all to have the best year you can possibly have. And if there's any way I can help you with that, please do let me know. I just want to end with this. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe you've all been drawn to watch this video and you've watched it to the end for a reason. And that means on some level we are connected. And that means we have something to teach each other. So I really look forward to finding out what you have to teach me. I really look forward to us connecting on a deeper level over the next year. And I really look forward to seeing what your purpose is and see you shine and see you expressing yourself and the fullness of who you are. Because that's the most beautiful thing to see. It's like when you see a flower that's fully bloomed, right? Is there anything more beautiful? And if you're just blooming right now, think about this. Think about a flower when it's in its bud and it starts to bloom. It has to literally peel off these petals, and mustn't it seem like its whole world is being ripped apart? But as it gets ripped apart, what happens is it actually starts fulfilling its true calling. It starts to open up. But that opening, that must be an incredibly stressful process, right? So wherever you are right now, maybe you're still in your bud and you know that it's time to start poking out a petal. Understand that the part of that process is transformation, is change. Because there's nothing worse than staying the same forever. Being stagnant, not growing. For me, as that one of my highest values is learning, freedom, growth. I need that. I can't stay still for too long. It's good for a while, you know. I love sunbathing. I can sunbathe for maybe a week, but then I need to go to my next level, right? To evolve, to shine more. So I look forward to seeing what your next level is, and I hope to see you at some of our events. And yeah, let me know. Comment below if you want me to send you those links to those YouTube videos and stuff that I've made for you. If there is any of those 4 areas you know you really want to work on, or you can private message me as well. And whatever you do, just remember that everything is about intention. Set your intention from your heart, not from your ego, from your heart. Set your intention from your heart. Trust that the universe has got your back, and get out of your own way. It's as simple as that. I'm sending you all loads of love, and I look forward to seeing you soon.